Horatio's Bed by Camilla Ashforth. All night Horatio could not sleep. He tossed and turned, he wriggled and rolled, but he could just not get comfortable. "I'll go and ask James what's the matter," he thought. James was busy drawing. Horatio sat down. "I couldn't sleep all night," he said. "Is it your bed?" asked James. "Well, I haven't got a bed," Horatio said. "Then let's make you one," said James. James took a clean sheet of paper from his useful box and very carefully drew a bed for Horatio. It was a big square bed with a leg at each corner. Then he took another sheet of paper and drew another bed for Horatio. This one was a big square bed with a leg at each corner. Horatio was very excited. He took one of James's drawings and tried to fold it into a bed. Then he climbed inside and closed his eyes. It wasn't very comfortable, and when Horatio rolled over, rip! James looked up. "That bed looks too hard to sleep on," he said, and continued his drawing. Horatio thought for a moment. Then he pulled some feathers out of James's pillow and made a big square bed with them. But when he lay on it, the feathers tickled his nose. "Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!" He sneezed and sneezed. James put down his pencil and blew away the feathers. James set Horatio down on his useful box. "You wait here a minute," he said, "while I just finish drawing your bed." He had already drawn 5 square beds and was getting very good at them. But when James turned away, Horatio slipped down from the useful box. He wanted to see what James kept inside. He made some steps up to the lid. He pushed it open and leaned in. There were all sorts of things: buttons, brushes, keys, and clothespins, clock wheels, clips, little pieces of string. Pretty useful stuff. Horatio looked for a bed. He couldn't find anything that looked like James's drawings. But he did find a big red sock. "Look, James," he cried, "I found your other sock." James did not seem very pleased. He didn't like anyone looking in his useful box, not even Horatio. And Horatio hadn't asked, had he? Very quietly and carefully, he started to put away his useful things. When he had finished, he closed the lid and looked for Horatio. "Now we can make you a bed," he said. But there was no need, because Horatio was fast asleep. His bed was not square, and it did not have a leg at each corner, but for little Horatio it was just right. Good night, Horatio. That was Horatio's Bed by Camilla Ashforth.